Greetings, everyone. This is Shonda. The Diva Specialist has never been married and never had children. I'm going to teach you how to enjoy this journey, even if you have to do it alone.
Hello, I'm Dr. Leila Hines, board-certified sexologist and couple counselor. I'm here to talk about sex.
Hello, my name is Niall, and I'm here to talk to you about what it's like actually trying to date while being a single mom in today's society. So here I am, and I'm one of the specialists.
I'm Dr. Melissa Tate, licensed professional counselor and life coach. I am one of the specialists on the team to talk about love and relationships, divorce, marriage, you name it. You can hear relationships here. We are the specialists. Yeah, thanks for coming. Today, one of our specialists, Ms. Allie Hines, has brought her husband here with us, Pedro.
Glad to be here.
All right. They've written a book together. So we have a couple that works together and have a, how long is your marriage?
How long? We've been married 5 years.
We've been married 5 years, and Allie is our resident sexologist, so we want to know what's going on in this relationship. Their book is called The N Factor Model, so welcome, Pedro, for joining us on the couch.
Glad to be here. So,
Welcome.
yes, thank you for having me. Well, I want to talk today about infidelity. You know, what's going on in the internet. Let me ask you, ladies, have you met some people that have left the marriage because of the internet?
I have.
Yes.
I have a sister that actually went through a divorce because of the social media, the internet.
Social media, internet.
cheating.
Yes. And you mentioned you know somebody too?
Yes, I had a neighbor that went through a similar situation. Husband went on Facebook, found an old lover or an old high school lover, and left the family.
Yeah. So this is a new phenomenon, and this didn't happen 40 years ago. You never hear about this 40 years ago. Now you hear more than that. As a matter of fact, half of the divorces are now because of the internet. Half of the divorce, between 45 to 50, depends where you are.
Wow.
Yes, yeah.
And that makes perfect sense because I can't count how many times I hear about that in my office.
Yeah.
I mean, the way that Facebook and the internet and, you know, kind of the way we have immediate access to everybody you've ever met
Easy,
throughout your whole
fast,
life.
anywhere, anytime.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even in your own bed, in your own house, next to your partner, you can be, you know, very
you can
cheating.
be talking to somebody else.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anytime, anywhere, anytime, any place. It is amazing.
At one point in time, wasn't it the statistics showed that divorce rate was higher because of money? Now it's internet.
Yeah, at one point,
At one point in time, it was financial issues.
Yeah, it's so, you know, half of the infidelity happens at work and the other half in the internet.
Wow.
So that's, you know, it will catch you anywhere. Now, what we did is, you know, the internet is not bad per se. It's what people do with the internet. So because it could be internet actually, you know, when the internet came out, they didn't make it to get people hooked up.
Right.
You know, it was to get computers and do some kind of war and sign and spy in other countries.
Right.
But we human beings always
We find our way.
ways to make it sexy. So that's what happened. And so what we did was, if you know, just to show you, is to explain people, because sometimes, how many times you hear people say, oh baby, you know, I don't know what happened. Next thing I know, I was in bed with her.
Yeah.
So you know, it's sort of. But it's sort of. It's true, but it's sort of an unconscious process. I mean, you really don't think about doing that. What happened is, what we figured out, we call it the M factor. What happened is, you know, first of all, you as an individual in the internet, right? So you start first getting involved. Let's say that I find you are an old friend from my from high school. So I find you, and then so we start talking. Yeah. Let's say you're married, but we're just talking, friends.
Involvement.
Yeah. So we start getting that, right?
Right.
So and then we start talking a little bit about in high school, all this thing with that. And then let's say one day I fight with my wife, and then I start telling you about that.
Yeah.
And then you fight with your husband. And so we start talking about
intimacy.
Yeah. And so you create that what we call a false sense of intimacy. Oh, she understands what I'm going through.
Right.
So you start doing that. So you start sharing more, getting more intimate in a sense. And then
you don't have the intention.
Yeah.
I found people that say, I don't want to cheat. It's just a friend in the internet.
Right.
She's so apart from me.
Right.
It's nothing bad. It's just a friend and very far away.
And that does go back to people wonder what the definition of cheating is.
Oh, yeah.
Whether if you're just exchanging emails, is that cheating? If you're just having phone calls, is cheating? If you're not having actual intercourse,
The content,
the
content really makes.
So you
I think
you
it's
don't
I'm sorry.
you don't have the intention, but then you follow the process. This is an unconscious process where you go
Subliminal.
unconsciously.
Yeah.
Then you get involved. Then you start creating intimacy and telling everything to that person. Oh, she doesn't know me, or she's so far away, and I need you. That's my super dear friend, and you create so deep intimacy, and then you fall in love.
Yeah, because some guys think that it's not cheating until there is intercourse.
Yeah.
I always tell them, well, would you like to see your wife kissing somebody?
Yeah.
And they say, no. Well, I call it emotional. You are cheating emotionally. Yeah. You start breaking that trust between you and your wife. And instead of sharing that with somebody that you don't know, why don't you do that with your wife? Yeah. Create that intimacy right here. So instead of getting this right here and searching for that need someone else. Right. So what happens is eventually I'm going to say to you, let's have coffee. And so then you start having coffee, and next thing you know, you're in bed.
So, yeah.
And the reason the internet is so popular, first, because once you buy a computer and pay for the internet service, it's there, 24/7. Not only that, the gratification you get. Why? Because let's say you watch pornography, for example. Well, if you don't like this girl, you click another button, another one. If you don't like that, you get another one. So
click another button.
you be clicking, and not only next, right? Not only that, if I'm looking for a partner, well, it's almost 3 billion people with access to the internet.
Right.
And not only that, if you have, if you don't have the normal kind of relationship, you can find that in the internet.
I'm so old school. You all can
What
say
is your
whatever.
version to the internet?
My version of for the internet
A version,
is to book your flights, book your rental car,
It's a
everything
tool.
business
It's
related.
a
I'm not
tool.
looking for a man or a husband.
The way you like it, that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Your boundaries in a way.
That's okay.
Exactly. Whatever is comfortable for you. But if you know how to use it, it will be fantastic. For example, in our case.
Yeah. It's a good case.
Did you guys
Well, hold on before you jump on me. See, what happened is I know this lady since she's probably 12 years old. Okay. And so I left the country, and so we lost contact for 30 years. Okay. And so she was single at the time. I was single at the time. So what happened is I find out she was single. So I say I'm single, and she was my first love. So I say let me call her. So to me, and we were 3,000 miles away. Wow. So to me it was.
But that's different when you already know someone.
Yeah.
When you,
I kind of know.
Well, you knew of each other. There was some type of connection at some point in time in your life. Whereas,
but you do the same.
Well, put a picture up there.
Yeah, but when you
all
go
those million clicks I get, I have to be careful.
But it's easy. But you probably go out, so you have to spend money. You gotta get in the car, you gotta dress up and all that. In the internet, you don't have to do all that. Just from here, and you click and you choose. You don't like it, this one, and then you start, and then you go out when you know that there's something there. Otherwise, you don't waste your time, because how many times you going out and waste your time?
Not much.
So we started out talking about your book, The N Factor Model, how the internet can lead to infidelity. Right. So tell us some of your specific examples about the N Factor model.
Well, okay, besides that, if you want to really know more, you can find it in Amazon, okay? It's called The N Factor by Dr. Hain and Dr. Briseño. It's $8 or $3 if e-form. So it's a lot of information there. So this model right here, let's talk infidelity. There's 2 things that are important when you're talking about infidelity to us. One is opportunity, and the other one is consequence. When the opportunity is high and the consequence is low, infidelity is going to happen. But if the opportunity is low and the consequence is high, it won't happen. Okay. So to me, that's a formula. If you are a math, science like I am, that's how I look at it. If there is an emotional part, but if you look at it, so how you avoid that? Well, avoid the opportunities. That means don't ask somebody to another from the opposite sex to go for lunch. Yeah. Don't get in those situations. Let's have lunch, and those kind of things. And try when you do things, do it with your partner together. If you're gonna get in the internet, well, do it together.
So, because one of the things I've seen when I have couples that come in, Facebook is always an issue. And when I've seen it work well is when they have a combined Facebook page.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's no secrets.
Or
I have
an
mine
open
and you
thing.
have
That
or
he
it's
has
open.
my
He
my
has your
password
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everything. It's nothing
No secret.
weird.
There's no
Yeah,
secret.
yeah.
Yeah, and so let's say this is a computer, and you're on the computer, and your husband, you come to your husband, do this. That's a bad sign.
Yeah.
You know that's a bad sign. Yeah, I'm done. So,
And then you find out a lot of things.
also, how long he's spending the computer. If he's not with you in bed like he used to, if he starts changing, spending more time on the computer, something's going on.
Yeah.
Something. So you
As
pay
well as
attention.
for her. For
Yeah.
her.
Either way, yeah. I should be more fair. Even her too. I mean, this happens males and females. It's even. It's even. It's even. But every time a guy cheats, is cheating with a woman. So they're both cheating. So it's happening. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think it's better to meet your mate online as opposed to the old-fashioned way? I meet gentlemen at the Walmart.
Yeah, but let's see. We have to be flexible. Whatever works. Because in my case, I was like you. Like, no way that I'm going to have my husband. I was like very popular psychology in Venezuela. And I said, that's no way, because I need to feel and see eye to eyes and the chemistry and all those things. So you have to be like an open mind and say, then it comes the opportunity. And he asked me for Facebook and internet, and I said, why not? Let me check this. And then we start like meeting again, because 30 years.
Right.
30
But
years.
that was a familiar.
Yeah, that's trust.
Then you have that open mind, and then you start like having a communicate. But the important thing in life, for everything, it has a meaning. You have to know what are you doing, and for what purpose.
Yeah.
And if you know what are you doing and what is the purpose, the meaning of what you're doing, that's fine. So you use whatever it is there, and then we from Facebook and picture, we decide to do a Skype. I do a lot of counseling. I do sex counseling, couple counseling, and a lot of coaching. I'm a trainer for sex coaching, for trainers for Spanish people. And I do that through Skype. I have counseling from Skype, using Skype. So why not?
Right.
That's a tool.
So that's how your relationship
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
right.
then we start using, he was here in the United States. I was in South America. So how come? We're not going to travel to see each other.
Yeah.
So we use Skype, but we were aware and conscious. This is an unconscious process.
Yeah.
And we want people to understand this process so you avoid it.
So take us from level 1 to level 4. Go to the
Level
different
1,
ends
you
that
start
have.
with the internet, the individual, just one, because it's not just a couple going to the internet. It's one person, so individual in the internet. So that's level 1. And then you get involved, like Pedro said. You get involved where you talk, and then, nothing wrong. Then you get some kind of involvement here, and then you start having intimacy. And then
And you know that most people, people don't break up because sex. People break up because there is no intimacy. That's the main way. If you think about it, there is no intimacy, you're going to break up.
Yeah.
So intimacy is a human need that you must, if you don't get it, you're going to find it somewhere.
Yeah.
So if you don't get it at home for whatever reason, then you're going to,
Find it somewhere else.
and you don't care about the consequences.
Not all of us.
Well,
Because if I don't find intimacy in a relationship, I'm not a cheater. I'm just gonna leave you.
oh, that's fine. You be true.
Because-
Yeah.
That's
But
fine.
that's not
That's
cheating.
not
That's not cheating. That's not cheating.
That's not the majority.
But that's not cheating. To me, that's not cheating. You're being honest.
When I say
You're being
you'll find
honest.
it somewhere else, it doesn't necessarily mean it infidelity. You'll find it somewhere. You'll find it at work. You'll find
Even
it
with
in
food.
your children.
Even with
Yeah.
food.
Yeah.
You'll find it in your children. You'll find it at church.
Right.
You'll refuel
Yeah.
yourself
And then the
somewhere
children
because
like,
there's an
oh my
emptiness.
God,
Yeah.
let me
Exactly.
alone, let me
Because
alone.
the thing is the cheating part, because there's couples
Yeah.
like polyamory, they have they're not cheating, they know they're cheating too,
Yeah,
they're having sexual
Polyamorous,
relations, but they're not cheating. It's all you know that I'm with her and I'm with her, so, so that's what they turn it on, whatever they. Well, I know I'm with you, but that's what they make them happy, right? See, the thing is, there is no cheating, there is no.
It's
So
agreement.
it's
so
agreement.
It's agreement. So when
Yeah.
you form
It's a nasty.
when you form, well, that's your opinion.
It's called bodily
When
fluid.
you found a lot of intimacy with that person, when you find a lot of intimacy with that person, the tendency is to get in love.
Yeah.
You fall in love without realizing this. You fall in love, you just fall in
Especially
love.
women, because we're emotional by nature.
Yes, that's
Men
true.
can do
Correct, that's
whatever
correct.
and disconnect. He
Yeah.
can still, as they say, love his wife. To me, if you cheat,
Yeah.
you don't love your wife. But I love my wife. I'm not
Yeah.
going to leave her. But
Yeah.
this person gives me more
Absolutely.
intimacy, and I've been with my wife
That's
for
because
20
of the brain
years. But a
structures.
woman has
That's brain
latched on to
structure.
Well,
him.
because some males confuse intimacy with sex. It's two different things. So that's a confusion right there.
So I will say to prevent, I like prevention, prevention of illness and prevention of everything else. So instead of getting to here, to the top of the level, when you find yourself having intimacy, like too much, I am getting apart from my partner. It's like, this is my husband and I feel myself like going. When you feel yourself, I prefer to be with that person on the internet rather than my husband.
If you're longing for something.
Wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you have
You have to cut it.
red button. You
Red
have
light.
to red light. Then you have to redo that process and
Go
say
back to
hello.
involvement.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you said, we have a problem here.
let's
Let's
talk
talk
about it.
Like you said, but most people don't do that. Most people don't do that. Most people say, she's too far away.
Well,
or he's
because
too far away,
also, you
follows the process.
you got the element of fantasy, right?
Yeah.
That person on the internet is better than your wife because your wife's reality. Fantasy is always because. By the way, sometimes you don't see her. You haven't seen a picture. Sometimes you just saw her talking to this person that's very nice. That she doesn't know you. But once you start sharing toothbrush, that's when reality is, right? And so that's when the. We do. I mean, I don't. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. So I grabbed the first one. Yeah, so the first thing I grabbed. So that's reality right there. But you guys share makeup. What's the difference, Oh my God. Some girls do.
I'm okay.
Let's go back to
when you find your let's see, when you find yourself in level 2, and even for us like therapists, well, for people working and helping others, you can see in what part of the process is that person, and you can help and say, okay, you're level 2 right now. You have time to go back. So you need the intimacy with your partner, not with the internet people.
Yes.
So this is the time, like red line, to go back and say no more this and make it serious. If you follow the unconscious, like it's nothing, you are going for sure, because we prove that with research. With research that we have in the book, you can find statistics. You can find the numbers, like the percentage people that do this and how they did it. And you can find all the statistics right
And
there.
again, your book is on Amazon.
Yeah.
In Amazon,
Right,
under
Aleida
Hines.
and Pedro Blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then if you don't pay attention to all those things, you're going to follow to level 3. That's very dangerous because almost 90% of those people who are very far away, even in different continents, they find a way to get together. They want to be together in a sexual way. They have to. So they travel like us.
Yeah.
We travel to Punta Cana. I love Punta Cana. So we travel from United States, Venezuela, and we meet there.
But your intent was for the sole purpose of this.
Exactly.
Because you knew, like I said, you guys had a past.
Right.
However, when you get to this stage here, at this point, I feel like that person who is married or has someone has already disconnected.
Absolutely.
Totally
Yeah.
disconnected.
Right.
And so they feel like they have nothing to lose.
Right.
And
Right.
at this point, they've
The
already
consequences are low.
Consequences
Consequences
are
are low. Absolutely. So you are in a.
You're in trouble. That's slippery slow. You're going down.
That's why the intercourse, then
seals the
intimacy.
deal.
Intercourse, fidelity. And then this is very fast to go.
After that,
Here's a question.
Yeah.
When there's couples that are struggling with their intimacy, what are some things that you all recommend to bring intimacy back into the relationship? She wants her feet rubbed. And wants to lick her feet or whatever.
You have to talk.
Oh, okay.
You have to speak. You have to be honest and true to yourself and say, hey, because sometimes you are so afraid of losing your partner or getting hurt or whatever. So you are afraid, and then you are not able to be honest and say, hey, honey, we have a problem here.
Yeah, baby.
But that communication is the key. But also, touching, also being happy. One thing I love to go home. I don't go with my friends out, after work and drink beer. I go home because as soon as I walk in the door, my wife says, "Pedro," she's excited to see me, so I'm not going home.
I'm happy for that. And I said, "Why are you here so early? I'm not ready. I want to see."
So you want that. You want a kiss in the morning. You want a kiss, a real kiss, not like a chicken kiss. A real kiss. Some French. Yeah, no in TV right now. Some French. So those kisses, it has to, because every time you kiss, there are chemicals, right? Endorphins. You're happy drug. I'm for that drug. The happy drug. Give me that, baby. So I'm always high.
It has been proven by research that kissing, deep kissing. Let me show you. Deep kissing are good for your health. For many reasons.
And touching, always touch, always touch. So, in public, we need to, express himself, all that.
It's
so
powerful. It is. Even there are, I know a clinic in Florida. There are clinics for people who are so deprived, so like feeling so lonely and depressed. The clinic is a touching, not in a sexual way, but you need that.
They're quite sensory touching.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not there yet, but give me the number.
But it's beautiful. Not only that, also, also create. Your bedroom has to be heaven. So not kissing in the bathroom, no kiss. Get all the kiss, all the toy, close the door every day, close the door every day. And nakedness.
No bills, no bills.
And nakedness, be naked, give who you are. Yes, nakedness, skin, touching all the time. Yes.
No television, no bills.
And be naked. Right.
No, you can have,
yes.
You can have the TV for erotic films. I would say no porno, but erotic. You need that sometime, to see a movie together. Every single thing in life has a positive and a negative side. So you have to find
a balance.
Way. Exactly, and it has to help you. All those things are good, but you have to be wise and think how I can use this for a positive, outcome. You have to be wise and conscious.
Do you think that couples can recover from infidelity, and if so, what are the steps to get there?
Well, the first thing is to be aware and to have the desire, to change and to say, okay, I did wrong. I recognize my part. Let's work together. You have to have the desire for everything. And then you have to go for help and say, we have the desire. We don't know how to do this. This is hard. It's difficult. It's not about time. It's not about God. It's not about love. It's about let's work together.
So you all are sex therapists, and you can help people get to this. So tell us about your business. Give us some names. Give us how we can get in contact with you if we're struggling with this in our relationships.
Yeah, we have a page, amorsex.com.
All right.
And
amorsex.com,
Sex.com. And I have my phone number, 803-415-1582 is the same number.
Right.
One more time.
Yes. 803-415-1582. You can call us. We can help.
And you do that too, right?
Yes,
I mean,
My office is in the Midtown area. So I tend to come across couples after the infidelity.
Exactly. You have to find help. We can help. She can help you. You have to find professional help. It's not family or a friend because everybody has a different opinion. So you are going to be lost. So you need guidance. You need
and try to find help before it happens. So when before it happens, it'll be easier.
He's a
sex coach.
I'm a couple counselor. Go in the car, get your hammer.
And she's a therapist. So please don't get that time. What people say is time will help. Time will heal. God will heal. No God, no time. You have to work hard if you want to save the relationship. But you can do it. You really can do it if you see it. If you follow this process and you ended up in divorce or almost divorce, you can do it. You can redo your relationship. You can work, but you have to work hard. It's not easy but it's possible. If you really love your partner, you can do whatever it takes to take that relationship back and even better.
Thank you so much
welcome.
for coming and sharing.
Thank you.
this.
Thank you.
Sharing
Thank you
this
for having me.
Certainly
Yes,
seeing
I had a
couples
wonderful
bounce
time.
back
Thank
from
you.
this.
And
We
thank
are
you.
filming
thank you, baby.
The Specialist right here in the Charlotte Star Room. Thank you so much for joining us today. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful
Thank
evening.
you.
I say get the hammer.
Hammer.